Have you ever just looked at a plant and wondered what's really going on in there? I mean, we see the leaves and the flowers, sure, but the stem? It just seems like, a stalk. But what if I told you that inside that simple stem, there's a bustling microscopic city, a whole intricate network of hidden highways? Well, today, we're going to go on an expedition to find it.
It really does seem pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Just a green stalk holding everything up. But is that all it is? Is it just a solid stick, or is there a complex, dynamic system humming with activity right inside, totally hidden from our eyes? That's exactly what we're about to find out.
Okay, so the first thing you got to get is that a plant stem is anything but solid. You should think of it less like a simple pillar and more like a skyscraper, filled with elevators, plumbing, and all the support beams. It's a bustling network of hidden highways.
And that's exactly what those highways are for. You see, a stem isn't just about standing tall, it's a master of logistics. Inside, these tiny microscopic tubes are working 24/7, pulling water up from the roots and sending food down from the leaves. It's just an incredible piece of natural engineering.
So, how do we get a peek at these hidden highways? We can't just shrink ourselves down, right? We need to become micro-explorers. And that means we need to get the right toolkit together for the expedition.
And this is our main ride, the light microscope. There's a reason this thing is such a classic piece of scientific gear. It bends light to magnify objects, turning a tiny, almost invisible slice of a plant into this vast landscape for us to explore. This is our portal to that hidden world.
But hey, the microscope by itself, it's not going to cut it. To get our specimen ready for its close-up, we need a few other pieces of gear. They might seem pretty basic, but trust me, each one plays an absolutely critical role in making the invisible visible.
All right, here's our expedition kit. A super sharp razor for precision slicing, a special stain to make all the different tissues pop with color, the classic slides and cover slips to mount our sample, and of course, some tweezers for delicate handling. With all this, we are ready to rock.
Now for what is maybe the most delicate part of the whole process. See, to see inside the stem, light has to be able to pass through it. That means we can't just put a whole chunk of stem under the microscope. We have to prepare a sample that is so thin it's almost transparent. The process kicks off with a steady hand. You use the razor to create several unbelievably thin cross-sections. The goal here isn't just thin, we're talking wafer thin. Then you pick out the very best, thinnest one, pop it on a slide, and gently dab away any extra water.
And hey, a quick but super important note for any of you micro-explorers out there. Always treat your gear with respect, especially something this sharp. Careful, deliberate movements don't just give you a better sample, they make sure the expedition is a safe one.
Next up is the magic step. This is where we add the telluridine blue O stain. It's kind of like developing an old-school photograph. At first, the slice is mostly clear, but this stain gets soaked up differently by different types of plant tissue. After about 3 minutes, you blot away the extra stain and seal the deal with the cover slip. Now it's ready for the big show.
Okay, our specimen is prepared, stained, and sealed. We can finally move over to the microscope. We place the slide on the stage, and we get ready to bring this microscopic world into view. This is where the real discovery begins.
Focusing is basically a two-step dance. First, you use the coarse adjustment knob, the big one, to make large movements and find the blurry outline of your specimen. Once you've got it in view, you switch over to the fine adjustment knob for those tiny, precise turns that bring the whole image into sharp, crystal clear focus. So, we've done all the prep work. We've sliced, we've stained, we've focused. The moment of truth is here. What amazing structure have we just unveiled?
And there it is. Wow. Absolutely stunning. This isn't just a random mess, it's a beautifully organized pattern. You can clearly see different shapes and structures all arranged in a perfect ring. And those colors? They're not random. That's the stain highlighting all the different types of cells that make up the stem. This just brilliantly shows the complexity we were hoping to find.
Now that we have this incredible view, what are we actually looking at? It's time to decode the image, put some names to these beautiful structures and really understand the plant's internal anatomy.
First up, see those big open tubes? That's the xylem. Think of these as the huge water mains of our plant city. They form a continuous pipe that runs from the roots all the way up to the leaves, transporting water right through the stem.
And right next to those water mains, we have the phloem. This is the other half of our transport system. If the xylem is the plumbing, the phloem is the food delivery network.
It carries all the sugars made in the leaves during photosynthesis down to the rest of the plant for energy.
And what holds it all together? Well, that would be the support tissues. And yeah, they have some kind of tricky names, the Sclerenchyma and the Collenchyma. Just think of these as the structural beams and columns of the plant. Their strong, rigid cells give the stem the strength it needs to stand tall and not get blown over by the wind.
So now we can actually identify these amazing structures. But for this discovery to mean anything to the wider world, we need to record it. This is such a crucial part of the scientific process, and it's kind of a disciplined art form that lets scientists share what they found with anyone, anywhere.
And it's got its own set of rules, all designed for one single purpose: absolute clarity. A proper biological drawing uses clean, single lines, no sketching. There's no shading, just clear outlines. And every important feature gets labeled with a straight, clean line. The goal isn't artistic flair, it's about making something that's universally understood.
So why all the rules? Because a drawing like this goes beyond any language barrier. A scientist in Japan can understand the findings of a scientist in Brazil without reading a single word, just by looking at a clear, well-labeled diagram. It really is a universal language.
So we went from looking at a simple stem to exploring a complex, organized city of tissues. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If this much incredible design is hidden inside something we see every day and totally take for granted, what other amazing, unseen worlds are just waiting to be discovered right under our noses?